Yo, what it do, Ghost Nation? It's your boy Ghost. Welcome back to another episode of freaking Ghost Movies. Now, on this episode, I want to talk about WandaVision that just dropped this morning at 3 a.m. on the East Coast right here in New York. Now, this episode is called All New Halloween Spooktacular. Man, let me tell you, this episode, it feels like every episode just gets better and better. It strengthens and strengthens itself each episode. It's crazy, and I love it, man. This episode, a lot of people were commenting and saying, oh, I'm a little underwhelmed. Not me. This episode drew me in because now we get an opening scene that felt like Malcolm in the Middle. It felt like I was watching the beginning opening credits of Malcolm in the Middle. We're in the 90s now. Now you see Billy, you see Tommy, you see Wanda, you see Vision, and you see Uncle Pietro. And it's crazy because Uncle Pietro actually has the Quicksilver powers. So yes, he was recast. She called for him because she needed him. And he says that in this episode, you need me, when they're talking to each other, walking in the streets of Westview. Because this is the Halloween episode. And I loved how he's just picking her brain. How are you controlling all this, Wanda? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? I love that scene. But I love the fact that he's not being controlled by her. Uncle Pietro, Uncle P, he can control his own thoughts. He can control his own questions that he has for her. Because I feel like he's the one, when she called for him, he just came because, that's my sister calling. Because he says it. First, I'm getting shot by some thug in the street. And then all of a sudden, I hear you call my name. And here I am. Crazy. And I love how when in the beginning of the episode, she comes down the stairs and she's wearing the classic iconic costume from the comic book. She got the Scarlet Witch outfit on with the headdress, the cape, everything. I love her costume, man. And it's her Halloween, so they're not going to make her wear it throughout the whole entire MCU. That'll just be too cheesy and corny. But for it to be a Halloween costume gimmick, I love it. I love it. Then we see Vision come down, and he's wearing the classic iconic Vision costume from the comics as well. Loved it. Got the green on, got the yellow. He doesn't even have the Mind Stone showing. He has a little decorative Halloween Mind Stone, and then he has the classic iconic symbol in the middle of his chest. I loved it, man. 100% I loved it. This episode does not hold back, and I love it, man. It's so great. It's so great to see that now they're playing with the Halloween tropes. It's Halloween. It's 1990s. Okay, we're in Westview. All the kids are trick-or-treating right now. It's the evening time, about to become nighttime, because we see how quickly it becomes nighttime. Now we get to the part where Vision wants to actually go and do some patrolling around town. Make sure everybody's safe. Make sure the kids are safe. Make sure everybody could go trick-or-treating. Don't have to worry about, robbers and, poachers who trying to kidnap the kids. So, but we see that before Wanda can get the kids out there with Uncle P, with Pietro, Vision's the first one to leave. And when he leaves, he tells her, I'm not going to be back by tonight. So you and the kids have a great time. I'm going to be trolling all of Westview. And she's not even thinking that, he might leave Westview. But he has a plan to leave Westview and get up out of there and look for help and see what's going on outside of what the neighborhood is showing. So she is getting ready with Uncle P to get the kids ready in their costume. Uncle P is running around with the kids, going downtown. All the Westview put on their costume, and he comes back wearing the classic Pietro from the comic books outfit, the Quicksilver outfit. I loved it, man. Everybody's wearing the classic X-Men or mutants outfit, even though in the MCU there are no mutants. But it's not even established that they're mutants. He's just going around with the whole X-Men thing. Oh, I'm Pietro. Here's what Pietro will look like. Got the Quicksilver outfit on. He even dresses up, I think it's Billy or Tommy. One of them get Quicksilver powers, and he dressed up in the Quicksilver outfit too. I think it's Tommy, because Billy has powers to hear voices. It's crazy how that ends up. Crazy. I love this episode. So now they're going out. They're enjoying themselves, having a good time, getting candy. All of a sudden, like I said, I think it's Tommy who develops Quicksilver powers. Quicksilver's holding Tommy and Billy's hand. They're going and taking all the candy throughout the entire town. And you see Herb dressed up as Frankenstein. He's getting a radio signal in. Oh, The jack-o'-lanterns are being bashed in. Oh, all the candy's being stolen. Oh, everybody's being sprayed in freaking what is it? Silly string? Okay, I gotta handle this. Something's gotta be done about this. And we see that it's all Billy and it's Uncle Pietro, and it's Tommy doing all of this stuff to the whole town. Now Wanda's just, walking down, making sure everything's good, making sure Billy and Tommy is safe. She doesn't even think about Vision going patrolling. So that's what we see next. We see Vision going and patrolling, and he's going to the outskirts of the town. And I love this because the farther and farther away he goes outside to Westview, where the hex is, where the entrance of the hex or the exit way of the hex is, we see that there's other town people, there's other neighbors who are not doing anything. We see one woman look like she keep putting up the clothesline to hang up one of the decorative spooky ghosts or whatever. We see her trying to hang it up on like a clothesline or something, and you see her crying. That shows that she's trapped in this world and she can't get out. She wants to go home to her family. She wants to get back to her life, but she's trapped in Westview. She's trapped in Wanda's world. You see a tear come out. Oh, I felt that, man. I was like, damn. I felt that. Then we finally get to Agnes because Vision flies up and he's trying to see, okay, where's the entrance? Where's the exit? How do I get up out of here? And he sees a car parked by a three-way. There's a three-way stop sign. And he sees a car right there. Lo and behold, it's Agnes. And she's frozen. She don't even know where she's going. She don't even know where the hell she's going. All she knows is that I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm trying to get to wherever I'm trying to get to. Wherever Wanda wants me to go, that's where I'm trying to go. So Vision uses powers to tap into her mind and wake her up. She wakes up, and then all of a sudden, she's like, am I dead? And he's like, no, you're not dead. Well, because you are. You're dead. You're dead. And she keeps laughing hysterically, laughing. So he has to touch her mind again and let her go back into her own trance. And she says, okie dokie, I'll see you, neighbor. Happy Halloweeny. And she turns, make a U-turn, and goes right back to where Wanda and the rest of them are. So now Vision flies up. And this is what gets very interesting, because now Vision, he's at Ellis Avenue. He's at Ellis Avenue, and that's the ending point of Westview. He's at the end of it, and he's flying towards the hex entranceway or the exit. And he sees the hex. He sees the borderline. And he finally puts his hands through that thing. He sees it starting to go from red to blue. He finally pulls himself out of it. That's when the alarm goes off, and that's where the sword is. The alarm goes off. Somebody's trying to get through the borderline. Somebody's trying to get through. Is Vision trying to reach his way through that hex? And as he's reaching his way through the hex, going from Westview parallel world to the real world in real time, you see his body start to deteriorate. It starts to peel back. And he's flying, and his body's flying back into Westview, back into Wanda's world. It is crazy. And he collapses right there on the grass. And he's reaching out to his hands to the soldiers. Help them! Help them! Because so many people are hurting inside that Wanda's world. So many people are heartbroken. So many people, their lives are torn that they can't escape. Wanda's controlling them. All you see is Director Hayward and the rest of the soldiers just look at him. Because at this time, we see that Director Hayward is telling the FBI agent Wu and Darcy and Monica Rambeau, you got to get out of here. It look like you guys are taking the side of Wanda. We want to get rid of her. Forget that. We want y'all gone. Takes them out. Get them escorted off the premises. And that's when Vision starts to appear. Now Darcy runs back because she's tapping and hacking into Hayward, seeing where Vision is, because Hayward could see everything. He knows where every person is. He knows where Vision is because he put a tracker beacon or something into Vision. Because of the vibranium, he could track Vision. It was awesome to see that. Because of that vibranium, he knows exactly where Vision is. And he could see that Vision's trying to go to the end of Westview. Awesome to see that. Awesome to see that. I love that. And I love the back and forth too. Before Monica left, the director Hayward, he's aware of the quarrel that Monica Rambeau has with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Yes, you've been away for 5 years. And I get that, you and all your friends. And I know the rift that you have with Captain Marvel. I love that he mentioned that. That's going to play a pivotal role in the upcoming episode because we only have 3 episodes left. So that's going to play a big role in the upcoming episodes. I think that was awesome. I think that was fantastic to see that. To see all of that. Oh my gosh. This episode was fantastic. I loved it. I loved it. It was just so smart that Director Hayward knows how to tap into Vision's vibranium and track everybody that's in there. And now we get to the end that I love so freaking much. All of a sudden you hear one of the kids, I think it was Billy, not Tommy, I think it was Billy. He hears Vision screaming, "Help me, help them." He knows that his father is dying. So he and Tommy, Billy and Tommy run back to Wanda. Saying, "Mommy, help him, help him. I can hear Vision. I can hear Vision crying. It sounds like he's dying. I don't know where he is." All of a sudden, Wanda takes her powers, takes her hands. Her eyes go red, and she stops everything. She just goes like this, stops everything. And all of a sudden, her eyes go red, and she's taking Westview, and she's expanding it. She's moving it. All the soldiers outside of S.W.O.R.D., everybody gets warped and gets brought in to Westview. Vision's body from wherever it's laying, she extracts Westview and expands it, and it starts to move. And it starts to take Vision's body and put it back into Westview to keep him alive. All of a sudden, you see Director Hayward and you see his close lieutenants or whatever driving in the car. They don't want to get sucked in. Everybody else is sucked in but him. That shows you that Wanda is so freaking powerful, man. She is so freaking powerful that she could take the elements of Westview and extract it and expand it and juggle with it and balance it. It is so awesome to see that. She is so freaking powerful, and it seems the more times that she uses her power, every episode she uses her powers, she's getting more powerful. So awesome to see that, man. I loved it. Loved it. And that's how the episode ends. I felt like it was great just to see that. We got some Easter eggs. Now we're starting to see that Billy and Tommy can manipulate their powers and learn new powers. And it's so apparent that as they get older, they're getting more and more powerful. I knew that when Vision tried to leave Westview, I knew that he was going to collapse because his body can't handle being outside of Westview, outside of Wanda's world. So awesome to see that. So it raises more questions as every episode goes on and on. But I'm hoping now that we're going to get 3 episodes left, I hope it answers some questions. But I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to give y'all my full review. The last thing I want to talk about before I get up out of here is that Darcy keeps talking about her blood work, how her blood test came back, and that it looked like her cells are being rewritten on a molecular level. That's some next tip. That's some freaky superhero powers tip that she's about to discover. And I think Darcy's going to be the one that's going to help her tap into her powers and control it. I think Darcy's going to do that on the next episode. If not in WandaVision, she's going to learn how to tap into her powers in Captain Marvel 2. Because I think Darcy's going to help her control her powers or learn about her powers. But she's not going to get her powers until Captain Marvel 2. I don't think if Darcy's not going to be in Thor Love and Thunder, she's going to be in Captain Marvel 2. All right, Ghost Nation, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode 6. Let me know what y'all thought about this Halloween spooktacular episode. I thought it was great just to see the Marvel tropes of Wanda and Vision in their classic costumes. Quicksilver in his costume, even though it was played by Evan Peters, I loved it. It was fantastic. Let me know what y'all thought. Oh, I'm forgetting something that's very important. When Wanda had her trauma, had her PTSD, she saw a dead freaking Pietro. And the bullet holes that was in him because he died in freaking Avengers Age of Ultron. I thought that was excellent to see that. First, she sees a dead Vision. Now she sees a dead zombie Pietro. It's all coming together with her trauma and why she's going crazy and how she's going to become the villain, the antagonist in this episode. I wanted to mention that because that was very important. All right, now I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all already know what to do. Smash that like button for your boy. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe to Ghost Movies. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next episode. I'm blasting off.